Getting change anywhere is difficult, but Japan is a special case. Hello, my name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training here in Japan, and I'm the author of the best-selling Japan Sales Mastery. We are coming to you from the High Performance Center here in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo, and I'm continuing a series of videos on doing business in Japan. And today's theme is change. Tricky subject anywhere, but Japan has a lot of things which make change very hard to see come to fruition. And often in business, we represent the change. They're already doing business with somebody else, and we want to take over or get a part of that, so we represent a change. But there are certain things here stopping change from actually occurring. Now, I've spent 46 years training in Japanese traditional karate, and when we do Japanese kata, the karate kata, it's very, very specific. You do this and then you do that. It's very, very much determined exactly how you do it, the height, the position of the body. It's absolutely something that must be replicated precisely. You can't vary it. You can't change it. And there was a book written many years ago, I forget the author's name, but he actually used the title, I think, kata. And he was actually taking this martial arts phenomenon, which is not just in karate, of course, all the martial arts in Japan are like that. And he was saying that this is actually representing how many things are done in Japan. There is a certain way of doing things in Japan, and it doesn't brook variation very easily. I find it myself. My wife's Japanese. There are certain ways things must be done. And being an Aussie, of course, being an Australian, I want to do it a different way. Nope, it's got to be done this way. So when you have this in the culture, and here you are, you're trying to get into business with a Japanese company, trying to persuade the buyer that your company's product or service should be the one they should be using, you're going up against a lot of resistance to change in general. Then there's the change aspect of how do they get that agreed to inside the company? Because often in Japan there are many, many people involved in the decision to do something new. And this is a big deal. Getting something new done in Japan is very, very hard because it's easy to say no. It's easy to block it. It's hard to get people to take accountability, take responsibility and say yes. So the natural proclivity is to say no, because that's a low risk, no risk answer. Saying yes means, okay, you're accountable for that decision and how it turns out. So again, inside companies have what they call the ringi seido, so the stamps, the chop, right? You put your chop on the document that says, I agree with this proposal. Boom. So now I'm responsible for my agreement. And again, you've got people with relationships which are long held. They've worked out who's reliable in the supply side, and they tend to keep giving the business to those people because low risk. They've got track record. They've shown they can be relied upon. They show that they have credibility. They like that. You're new. Maybe you're reliable. Maybe you're not reliable. Who knows? That's a risk. Way to get around a risk. Don't change what we're doing now. No change. No inclusion of you as a new supplier. So you've got to get over that. You've got to take the risk out. In our case, we're a training company. What we say is, look, you do the training with us. Hey, you're not satisfied. One question, are you satisfied? If the answer is no, it's free to you. No charge. Because we have to take the risk away. Usually it's the HR person or the line manager who's going to be the one organising the training. We have to take the risk out for them completely. That's why we do it like that. What are you going to do in your case to take the risk away for the buyer? The other thing, of course, is individuals are in their comfort zone. They, like me, you get up at the same time every day, basically catch the same train to work, you stand in front of the carriage at the certain door because when you arrive at the other place it's closer to the stairs or closest to the escalator. You take the same route to work. You eat in the same, 20 restaurants within a kilometre of your office type of thing. We've boiled down risk to what's the fastest, safest, cheapest way of doing everything. Same in business. They're boiling it down to the safest, fastest, best way of doing things. And that refinement makes it hard to break in and be a change for something better. As I said before in this series, the angel they don't know, not so attractive. They prefer the devil they do know. You might be better, you might be an angel compared to that devil, but they don't know you. That's a change. Not sure about that. I think I'll stick with the devil and give up. I'll give up the opportunity cost of improving our efficiency, improving our competitiveness. You know, all that sort of stuff is a balance. They often forget that because the person we're dealing with, they're worried about their future in the company, their position, not your company's success. So it's boiling down things to the lowest risk possible. So lots of people, part of the decision to say yes, but it's easy to say no. Everyone's deep in their comfort zone. They don't want to take any risk on. They don't want to do anything new. There are certain set ways of doing things, so it gets into a pattern. You are a pattern disruptor. You're a comfort zone expander. You know, you are a risk of the new. That represents change. Not so easy in Japan. So we've got to think, how can we get around? How can we persuade people in the company that this will be better? And not just the one person we're talking to, we've got to persuade more than that person. How can we bring something that will take the risk away? How can we show the opportunity cost of not taking us on board and doing something with us? These are some of the things we need to think about when we're dealing with change in Japan.